What's good, Soul Gang? Today, it is Friday, February 16th, 2 days after Valentine's Day, you know what I'm saying? We coming with that vibe, we coming with that energy. I feel like I gotta let y'all miss me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't come back to back too much. Cause then y'all not gonna miss me. Y'all not gonna have enough time between us to really realize my worth in y'all lives. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be like, damn, I ain't hear Soul in a minute. I ain't hear no Soul Talk in a minute. I need that. You know what I'm saying? Before we even go any further, y'all, let's just tap into the heat. You know what I'm saying? We got that Soulplex heat on. We coming through with the coming through. You feel me? We in here with that pressure. Pressure. What's up? How y'all been? Talk to me. Talk to me nice, or don't talk at all. Drop a comment down below. What did you do for Valentine's Day? You know, was it better than last year? Was it bad? Was it good? My shit was pretty good. It was really up and down. Like, it was a roller coaster. Something is in the universe this time around, for sure. I could definitely feel it. And, you know, but I like to just flow with the energies, because you're supposed to learn something from shit all the time. If y'all hear a noise in the background, it is my dog. Hello, come here, Willow. Say hello to the camera. Come. Dogs always trying to get on couches. Like, what y'all think this is? Say what's up, Will. Yeah, mama. Breath smelling like shake that ass, bro. You come to this channel, you watch me. I want to just say I appreciate you 100%. You know what I'm trying to say? It does not go unnoticed at all. We're going to talk about love and dating and, like, how we should just show up in certain dynamics and relationships and shit like that. And what we should just leave behind. You know what I'm saying? What people need to start bringing to the table. People need to leave behind. You know, little stuff like that. What I'm working on bringing to the table when dating. What I'm working on leaving behind. You feel me? We gonna make this a love topic because it's Valentine's Day. And, like, why not? Love is like it's a forefront of our lives sometimes. Besides money, it's money and love. Really. You know what I'm saying? So I think we should talk about that. That's gonna be a topic. Look. I ain't even had that on a book for real. But we gonna talk about that because that's on my mind right now, and that's what we're gonna talk about. So let's get into it. Before you go any further, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Again, I think you should just go ahead and subscribe. And don't forget to press that post notification bell, because then you're gonna get notified. And what's better than that? You're not even gonna have to look for me. I'm gonna come to you. I'm gonna meet you in the middle. We meet each other halfway. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes two to tango. And I'm trying to tango with you, so what's up? Alright, first things first. As I get older, the way I date and the way I, like, my mindset when dating has just completely changed. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, a lot of stuff that's normalized for us, or we normalized back then, is just not something I'm trying to normalize now. And I realize when I date people now, and, like, they're so used to operating in a certain kind of way, they be just looking at me like, yo, like, what do you mean? What do you mean you don't want to be toxic? Don't get me wrong, I like a little bit of toxicity in it. We all got our own toxic traits. I think it keeps it fun and exciting, but there's a certain type of toxic behaviors that I'm just not going for. What do you mean you want to be independent? What do you mean you want to hang out by yourself sometimes? What do you mean you want to do something without me? I'm so confused. Like, what do you mean you have a life outside of me? Like, oh. You know what I'm saying? It be just a bunch of confusion. Like, what's going on? Let's normalize being independent while dating. First things first, let's normalize that. You heard? Being independent while dating is going to stretch a relationship so much more further than just being codependent on each other the whole time. Like, fight me if you don't believe what I'm saying is true. To each his own, but I definitely believe, like, being independent to some extent is literally healthy. Like, it's literally healthy for you. Like, if you literally breathe, eat, sleep the same air as this person all the time, you no longer have a mind of your own. You no longer are operating from a sense of, like, damn, what do I believe? What do I want for myself? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and it's good to separate the two at times, because sometimes people go so long being so codependent on each other that it's like, at some point in the relationship, you're going to outgrow so many versions of yourself in relationships, depending on how long it lasts. Because I ain't going to lie, one thing about me, I'm going to be gone. You feel me? But for a long relationship, you're literally going to outgrow so many versions of yourself. So you want to just make sure that no matter how many different people you become in this relationship, that there is a part of you that you're leaving for yourself. You know what I'm saying? There's a part of you that's doing shit because you want to do it. There's a part of you that's doing stuff because it makes you happy. It's not because, damn, this makes me and my partner happy. This is going to make them happy. This is what they... Don't get me wrong, consider them. But you have to also consider you. Put you first. If you can't make yourself happy, how you gonna make somebody else happy? And we say this all too often, but we don't really be living by this. Like, put yourself first. Know what self-love is. Tap into the self-love. Tap into the things that make you, you. What makes me feel good? What do I do for myself that literally refills my own cup? Like, you gotta make sure your cup is full sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Before you can sit here and pour into somebody else's shit. Because then you're gonna start feeling drained. It's gonna start to play a part in the relationship. You're gonna start feeling like, damn, like, I don't even know myself anymore. I hate this shit so much. Like, I lose myself in relationships. Raise your hand if you've lost yourself in a relationship before. Hey. Because I know I have lost myself in a relationship, bro. You know how hard it is to come back to yourself sometimes depending on how deep you are in that relationship? So now, going forward in new relationships, I don't play that shit. I make sure I got time for myself. I make sure that the person I'm dating respects my boundaries. I make sure that, like, I am putting myself first. And people that are not used to that shit, they will take that shit to heart and they will try to gaslight you and make you feel bad for it. And it's just like, we're not doing that. We not doing that shit, Pookie. We not. When I'm dating somebody, even if you don't know how to do this yet, like, I try to, like, enforce this in a relationship so that even to the point of it helping me, it's helping you. You're going to start to learn this from me because this is actually something healthy. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that I'm practicing that's just like a negative thing. It's something that's actually beneficial for you. And the more I help you realize that loving yourself is more important, is the better you could love me. Because it's coming from a place of, like, you being full. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's coming from a full cup, not like little its and bits and pieces of what you got left. Like, nah, your cup is on full. My cup is on full. Now we come together. You know what I'm saying? Like, and your cup is not always going to be on full, which is cool. Life happens. But for the most part, make sure you doing shit for yourself, bro. Make sure you doing shit for yourself. Like, lock in with you. Put you first. And everything else will flow. Like, I'm telling you. Like, I have tried to start normalizing, like, when I'm in relationships, if I feel like I'm losing too much of myself in it, I know how to put a break on things. Like, nah, soul is not happy. You feel me? Soul is not full. My soul is not full. Like, I need to do something to replenish that energy. I'm telling you, lock in with you. Lock in with you. Everything else is gonna come after, for sure. This is a big thing too. I was sitting here one day and I was talking to my friends and I'm like, yo, should say 420. That's how real it is. You know, you're from Brooklyn when you think everything's a sign. Like, that's how real it is. But that's really how real it be, for real. But listen, I'm chopping it up with my friend one day and I'm like, yo, I realized that, like, for majority of the women that I date, like, I feel like beginning stages of talking or dating or whatever, like, we're either always drunk with each other, we always high, we always on some type of, like, drug. Not, you know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, fuck it. If you want some drugs, you want some drugs. But I'm not even mean like that. Like, we're always on some type of substance that enhances emotion. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and it gets to a point kind of like when during the relationship when, you know, people work. I work a lot. I know I work a lot, and I do a lot of stuff from a place that needs focus, that needs my hands and shit like that. So I try to work definitely sober majority of the time. And it comes to a place of, like, when I'm in a sober state of mind, I have to ask myself these questions. Do you like this person when you're sober? That is a very important question to ask yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that I'm now in a place of trying to normalize when I'm dating people, new people, and people coming into my life and shit like that. Like, try to enjoy them or see if I like them when I am sober. Like, I don't want to involve liquor or weed, no extra shit. I just want to come from a place of literally just being clear-minded and just sobriety, because I think the best when I'm sober. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's not coming from a place of, you feel me? I don't know what I'm saying. Like, it's not coming from that type of place. It's coming from, like, all right, let me feel this person out. Let me see how they make me feel when they're around me. Let's see if we on the same type of page, the same type of frequency. And I could tell that better from a place of sobriety. You know what I'm saying? Because wait, it's too many times I done dated people, and like I said, we be getting lit all the time in the beginning. That's the vibe. We going on dates. We always drunk. We always this. We always that. And then further down the relationship, it's just like, damn, do I even like shorty for real? That's crazy. Don't get me wrong. You should definitely be attracted to the person that you're dating, but let's also normalize, like, giving it 10 minutes. And I don't mean actual 10 minutes. I read this in a book, and it was like, we often, like, maximize the feelings behind meeting somebody early in the beginning. It's actually pretty normal to do that too. And it comes from a place of, like, being attracted to somebody or something like that. Like, give it 10 minutes, she said. yourself some time to really sit and soak in with a person. It's another thing I'm normalizing. Cause I'm a motherfucker. I hold myself accountable. Listen, I will literally lock in with somebody so quick. Because especially as a lesbian, I don't know what it is, but them 2 months be feeling like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And I really started to have to be in contact with myself. Like, hold on. Let me tell you, it take a person 3 months for their true colors to show. That's a fact. I don't care what nobody say, 3 months, a person's true colors is going to start showing. But nobody could keep up a facade for so long. That shit get tiring. A lot of times, people try to show you the best version of themselves in a relationship because it's like, it's easier. And honestly, I don't think it necessarily comes from bad intent sometimes. I believe that that's who they want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who they are trying to tap into. But just like anybody else, we all got to work through our traumas. We all got to work through the dark sides of ourselves. You know what I'm trying to say? And I like when people come into relationships or come into dynamics, friendships, anything like that, on a time where they're showing me their true colors off rip. Because then you give me a choice. Like, yo, this is who I am, bad or good. Do you want to fuck with me? And I'm here sitting like, you know what? This person is a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I'll fuck with you because you being real. You being raw. I don't got to try to, like, figure you out in 3 months and be like, who the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that uncut shit because it's real. And that's how I show up all the time. So I be thinking that people do the same thing, but they don't. They don't. They want to show me their perfect side because it's easier. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, they could start over fresh with me. They could create the person that they want to be when with me in the beginning because it's easier to do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's really important to just give shit 10 minutes. Nobody could keep pretending to be somebody that they not for too long. It gets tiring. It gets tiring. Like, me, if I don't like you over it, or if I can't pretend, like, I'm one of those people that, like, don't text me from across the room about something because my face is going to tell it all. You know what I'm saying? I can't put up a facade about something. I'm not that type of person. And I usually think like, yo, I think everybody like this, but they're not. And that's cool. Like, I like to give people grace at the end of the day. Like, but it's really important to just give shit 10 minutes. Give shit some time to simmer. Stop rushing into relationships, y'all. I'm talking to myself too. Stop rushing into like locking in on things. And really, this goes back to the self-love shit because if we just really come from a place of self-love and just vibing out with ourselves, there's no need to rush. Anything that comes in and it's something that is supposed to last, it's gonna last. You don't gotta rush it. And I ain't giving no advice that I'm not taking. I just want y'all to know that right now. Like, facts. My fault, y'all. But yeah, like, let's give it some time. Stop rushing into relationships, y'all. Be smooth. Take a pause. All these bumping the roads and shit like that, take a halt. It does not mean it's the end of the world. It just means that sometimes slowing down is protection. You know what I'm saying? Like, protection of you and what you got to get yourself into. You feel me? Cool. Next topic is pay attention to red flags. Stop bypassing red flags when dating people. Like, stop. Stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you see a red flag, I'm not telling you to run for the hills right away. It's up to you to decide what you want to deal with, what you're not going to deal with. You know what I'm trying to say? And don't make nobody try to make you feel bad for not wanting to deal with something. That's what they're not going to do. If you don't want to deal with something, you don't got to deal with it. That's the gag about it. Nobody's forcing you to deal with nothing. You feel me? Because if you get forced to deal with something, you're going to start to resent that person for trying to force you to deal with it because you don't generally want to do it. And why would you want to do something you don't generally want to do? Be true to you. You know what I'm saying? Be true to you. Be true to your feelings. Be true to yourself. Like, if I ain't fucking with something, I'm not going to lie, I really just do not be fucking with it. And the last thing I want a motherfucker to do is try to force me to fuck with it because that's going to make me just not like you. And what's the point? Every red flag is not a red flag also. It's just up to you to know what's a red flag for you. What are you not willing to deal with? And what are you willing to deal with? Sit with yourself. And this is why self-love is so important because if you don't love yourself, how you going to know what you like and what you don't like? That's why it's important to date yourself first. When you date yourself first, you're able to sit here and decipher what you're willing to tolerate, what you're not willing to tolerate, what makes you happy, what doesn't make you happy. You know what I'm trying to say? It's literally like, it's like a domino effect, right? You learn to love yourself, right? Then you get in a relationship or you talk to somebody. First of all, when you love yourself also, you start attracting better situations, better relationships, better people. You attract what you are. When you work on yourself, you start attracting better things, right? Then you get to these things and you're like, okay. You're in a pool of dating now. You're like, all right. this look like I could work with this a little bit. Let me just see how I'm feeling about this. You don't got to jump in a relationship. You get to feel it through. Feel it through. Ooh, ooh. Then a person does something, you're like, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? You could be unsure. You vibe out with that. Don't play with people's feelings for too long, but just vibe out with it. See how you feeling about it. And don't make nobody rush you into doing something you don't want to do. Again, make sure you're doing stuff from a place of you wanting to do it, because that's what's going to last in the end. Like I'm telling you, like, y'all need to listen to me, because let me tell you something. I done had it all. I done experienced that shit, bro, y'all. Don't be having nobody force you to do nothing that you don't want to do. Don't get into no shit y'all don't want to be in. Listen to yourself. Put you first. You know what I'm saying? And then everything else is just going to literally fall into place. Okay? Yeah. When dating people, like I'm telling you, like that self-love shit is important. How you treat yourself is how people gonna treat you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you telling people, you teaching people how to treat you when you act a certain way. Like, you got to keep that in mind. Make sure y'all treating yourself and y'all loving yourself correctly, because you're teaching people how to treat you. And that's just a fact. Like, if I treat myself good, people know that when they come in, it's like, oh, she don't play about herself. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to have to come correct. And that's just how it go. If you play about yourself, people are going to play with you. And that's just simple math in the world. Fuck dating. This shit is real life shit. Like, if I know that somebody lets people walk all over them, guess what? Psychologically, it's not even like on purpose. Psychologically, I'm gonna look at this person as somebody that allows people to walk all over them. So you see yourself subconsciously like treating them like that a little bit. And it's like, damn, why I'm treating them like that? But really, it's because you allow this. You know what I'm saying? What you allow will continue. So watch how you treat yourself, because that is what you are showing people outside of you. You're teaching people how to treat you. So keep that in mind. Outside of that, honestly, love is really great. I think love is really a great thing. Like, I think that learning different ways and learning better ways on how to love and just be loved is really important. And we need to normalize that. Like, we getting older now. A lot of shit is just not going to fly no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, learn how to be productive. Anything that we do, we got to learn how to do it better. You know what I'm saying? And that comes with growth and just being accountable for yourself too. Accountability is a big thing for me in relationships, because just even as a human being, like, we only gonna get better when we are able to be accountable for ourselves. And like, that's why I really go so hard about being accountable with all my friends, all my relationships. Like, the people already know, like so don't play that shit. Like, be accountable. If you fucked up, you was wrong, just say you was wrong. You know what I'm saying? If it takes you some time, take your time, take your 5 and figure that shit out, and then come back to me. I like to give people grace. I'm never tripping on nothing. You feel me? For real, for real. I just don't like the lack of accountability within people, because it's just like, we not perfect. We all got to figure something out. You know what I'm saying? So come through with the accountability. Learn how to date people that know how to take accountability. And that's a big thing too, because it will not work. It won't. Because how you going to fix something you don't see something wrong with? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just simple math for you, for real. But yeah, like, I think that's really it. Don't settle for less. If your heart desire, if you're not feeling what you in, get out. Simple math. Don't settle. Don't stay in nothing too long that you don't feel good in. You gotta feel good. This is about you and you alone. Learn how to be selfish sometimes in love too, because that's important. You know what I'm saying? Like, learn how to get yourself out of shit when you're not feeling it. If you really feeling it, don't self-sabotage it. It's so many different sides of this shit, for real. Like, just learn how to just be true to yourself, whether that is in a good way or a bad way. Like, if something is not working for you, be honest with yourself and get yourself out of it. If something is working for you and you so used to something being bad all the time, learn how to just be real with yourself. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm probably doing something right now that's working against me. Or we self-sabotage so much because sometimes we feel like we don't deserve good shit. But even that in itself, accountability. That's the first step. Once you're able to say, like, I'm doing this and it's not good, or I see this, and you know what I'm saying? Like, that first step of just being aware is enough sometimes for now. That's a big first step. Like, once you're able to see it, then you can work with it and figure out how to, you know what I'm saying, change that and tweak that. And it's all a part of the growth. Like, word, like, I'm telling you, man. Learning how to just give yourself grace at the end of the day. I'm going to say that always at the end of all of these videos, because Soul Talks is about really just tapping in with the soul. Like, it's not about perfection. It ain't about, like, being a perfect human being. It ain't about none of that. My name is Soulplex because I genuinely believe that I am a complicated soul. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not easily understood. I'm misunderstood majority all the time, to be honest. But I even give people grace in misunderstanding me, because I understand why I would be misunderstood. I ate with that, and I just said that shit off the dome. That's how you know that's some real shit for you. Like, a lot of us, we complex humans, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then love is complex. It's never a straight line, you know what I'm saying? So we just gotta be patient. We gotta be patient with ourselves, and we gotta be patient with each other. Feel me? Like, and that's just some real shit. Learn how to be patient and give yourself grace. Give people around you grace. That does not mean settle for less, y'all. That just means that in the event of something that is tolerable or something that it is, you can give it some time. Allow it some time. If you really feel like it's not for you, the slogan for today is grace and gratitude. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be giving ourselves grace, and we are going to be grateful for where we at, where we coming from, where we going. We're going to be grateful for our experiences, the bad, the good, and the ugly, because at the end of the day, we learned so much from it, and we are here now. I hope that whatever I said in this video today, I hope that it helped. I hope that you could watch this and like tap into it when you're going through some type of confusion. You know what I'm saying? And just be mindful. Like, at the end of the day, we all human. I'm going to always say that at the end of this, because we are literally just souls in different bodies, having different experiences on different journeys. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, let's be nice to each other. Let's love hard, but let's love smart. Let's just learn from our past experiences and just move forward. And I'm trying to say, be great. And that's just what it is for sure. But yeah, y'all, I'm off this. That was it. I love y'all. If I ain't meet you yet, I love you too. We building a relationship, like I said, y'all. We gonna tap in. We gonna stay locked in, and we got a long way to go. This is the beginning of a long journey. Come on, this is the beginning of a long journey, and I like consistency. So yeah, that's what we on. Like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to press that post notification bell, and watch out for more soul talks coming soon. You heard.